Don't look, but that's her. Jenkins' girl.
What's that? No. I'm what now? Was she saying something? Fucking movement on here is fucked. Alright. Let's try to recommend this. Oh shit, recommended that. Oh no, it takes forever to move back and forth. What the fuck is that? Never do that again. What? So wrong. Touch you when you do that. Oh my god, now this is gonna be a pain in my ass. Alright, let's go to the next one. Sensitive. Why does it take a second to turn back and forth? What the fuck is with that? Oh, it's like they got a real head or something? Oh, you motherfuckers, okay. Hey, fuck you, I'm using this anyways. Lower things down a bit. To have a new controller I'm fucking with. Oh, easy being cheesy. Alright. Trying to wrap up time. I'm thinking that's what I like. Alright, let's go.
I could have worked with that prick. What do you think they're doing now?
Please enter the antechamber.
The company could lose a boatload.
Visitor authorization granted.
Are you online?
Keep picking the wrong shit. Okay. Another public service.
Can you get access to their preliminary... Have a seat, V. Be right with you. We have to handle this voting issue before we lose our bases in a sea of clouds. They're about to begin. What's the situation?
Let's just right here the damn fucking lighting in this game. Don't worry about that. That's a bit better. That's
Yeah, just as we thought.
Get some visual tearing at the bottom of the screen. A little bit. I don't know if it's my TV or the game itself.
Have a seat, V. Be right with you.
Man, shut the fuck up. I'll get right with you. Alright. This you can see better ain't so bad. It's like how I see in real life. Okay.
Have a seat, V. Be right with you.
So dude, I'm setting up my shit. I don't get lens flare in real life. Why would I get it in fucking video games? Stupid. Air chopper. What the fuck? that even mean? Oh. What?
You know what to do. Start now.
Oh shit. What's up?
Director Abernathy.
I watched the vote. What the hell was that?
A deep clean after the shit Frankfurt dumped on us. As we agreed, I got rid of the problem.
I told you to resolve
Wow.
a problem, not massacre the European Space Council. Do you understand
Yeah.
what the cover-up will cost?
We would have lost the license. Now we gained a week. That's a win.
Path of least
up.
resistance always. No nuance. Has you written all over it. We're not done talking about this.
I hate that bitch. I always have.
I'm sure she feels the same.
Always meaning how long?
Before Night City, we worked on an assignment in Osaka. 2 years of subterfuge. She spent them digging a trap for me. When she became director of Spec Ops, that's when she finally shoved me in it. And now she's holding a gun to my head to make sure I don't try anything. But she won't pull the trigger because she needs me. I do what she doesn't have the guts to do.
Divide
wish you
and
knew.
conquer. Effective strategy.
Effective. What would you do in my position?
Honestly,
Please.
there's not much you can do. She's got the Night City board on her side. If she wants you out, well, you understand.
I do. Seems we see eye to eye on this issue.
Seems you go through me.
Take this.
A data shard.
Proof of my trust. Go on. Take it.
Fuck it, give it here.
It's what I've collected over the past weeks. Biometrics, trauma team card, names of her closest associates, driver,
Take account
chief of
everything.
security, lover,
Divisions,
lover's husband,
shit,
everything.
everything.
Use it, and make sure Abernathy won't be a problem anymore. Said it yourself. She's left me no choice.
If anyone finds out we even talked about this, I'll go down with you.
That's true. But everyone knows you only made it to where you are thanks to me. So it's not like they could ever believe you played no part in it.
And if I refuse?
What'll happen if I refuse?
Don't ask stupid questions. This isn't a request, V. We seem to understand each other. Take this, too.
Cred chip transactions are traceable. Paper disappears as soon as you spend it.
What can I say? Use this money only. Find the right people for the job. No corporate affiliation. And for the core
I'm
task,
already rich.
use someone you know inside out. Are we clear?
Yeah, I think we're clear.
Good. In that case, I'll await your report. And good luck with it. I have my AV waiting outside. It's yours to use. And don't disappoint me. Jenkins, Night City Counter-Intel. I need an analysis of legislative procedures for lunar-based licenses.
I have those reports you asked for?
They were supposed to be ready yesterday.
I know. but I have them now.
Send them to my inbox. You and I will have a word about this later.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, V. You alive? How's things in the Viper pit?
Viper pit. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better.
You in some trouble?
Not yet. Just need a soul I can trust for now.
That kind of sounded like a yes. Meet me at Lizzie's. Be there in an hour.
That's right. No comment. How many times do I have to say? Tell your people to be careful.
They'll be searching for dirt on us now.
Lunar bases are huge to them. They won't forgive us for this.
The world's going to tear us apart when the word gets around.
The world's never going to find out. And the few who do know
Access granted.
I did a little faster next time. What the fuck is, why is it so goddamn sensitive in the wrong way? God damn it.
Please provide your destination.
Your mom's.
Bring up district analytics.
Increased NCPD presence and activity has been reported in Haywood. No official statement has been forthcoming. Intercepted radio communications suggest MaxTac has been sent to the area. A widespread power failure has been reported in Santo Domingo. All other districts exhibit activity within expected parameters.
This is bro.
Destination, Lizzie's bar.
Noted. En route.
This is M54 News broadcasting with a breaking story for you. A conference of the European Space Council screeched to a grisly halt following a failure in a neural stabilization system. 5 European Space Council members are dead, while 3 remain in critical condition. Authorities are still looking into what might have caused this shocking incident. The council members were all wearing Biotechnica-provided devices. The corporation's representatives have, as yet, refused to comment. Our reporter is on the scene. We'll have updates on developments as they come to light. Stay with N54 News for the latest.
Hello, V.
Yes? We weren't scheduled to connect until the end of the week.
Quantified Satori received notification of a somewhat...
Yeah, it looks better in here. Moves smoother and everything. It's doper with with the PlayStation 5 for sure. You can definitely tell there's a big difference between even the Pro. You can definitely tell there's a big difference. Less jitter on the screen. All the frames are running at the frames they're supposed to be running at. They don't, when there's people, no jitter, yeah. Well, I guess the other one just frame dropped like crazy in the other console. This console is not frame dropping as much. And the building's loading quickly. Well, I haven't yet to see a battle yet. That's probably where you're telling me that's going to happen, huh? In a battle. Well, they updated it again. They updated it again, I guess. Stabilization for the ps5. Right. 2022. Yep. I don't know when they're gonna make online for it. I don't even know how they're gonna do that. Well, they really all they need is a multiplayer fucking like actual story to the city still with 2 players. That's all they really need to do. It's not really hard to do. You got a giant city. There's lots you can do with it, you know. Especially for the newer console. All right. All right. They don't. Oh, of course they don't. Take a time or two. Yeah. Definitely works better. Makes no sense. Okay. Thinking they're colonialists and shit. I mean, it's not bad in certain oceans. Certain oceans are real calm, especially summer months. Really calm. Yeah. If you got enough fuel and it's a sailboat, it shouldn't be too bad. Especially if you know the weather. I'm pretty sure they have weather instruments and shit on board. So it's probably walking the. Honest with you, once you get to know it, it's probably walking the park. Well, I know one thing. A dude didn't sail across the ocean, but he used fuel, and he got there on a fucking. It's an ocean cruiser boat, right? It's made for deep ocean. See, there's certain boats. There's boats that are made for rivers and shit, and there's boats that are made for oceans. Now, there's a big difference between the two because one boat can handle big ass waves, the other boat cannot. It will jerk around. You're right. They're right. Exactly. Exactly. Which there can be. We know of. Right. Right. Right, right, and but there's a difference between the two boats. I didn't know that until I watched this like show where these dudes, race each other with certain cars and shit. It's a British show. It's actually a pretty decent show. I actually started to fall in love with it, but it shows them, riding the boats, and then once they got from freshwater to ocean water, these motherfuckers' boats could not handle it, and damn near flipped one, and the other one was military, so it kind of took it. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's military. It's made of steel. It was made after and engineered after an old military vessel. It's not the exact same one, but somebody welded it into one. You know what I mean? So, and that one lasted, but the other two boats pretty much were dead in the water. They needed an old dude to tow them out because that ocean was no joke. And then I learned, he's like, yeah, you learned something today. You can't take river boats out in the ocean. I'm like, damn, that is no joke. I just learned that myself. Like, I didn't know that. So yeah, you definitely have to have an ocean boat to do it. But yeah, you can still cross. See, there's electric ones now that harness the power of the ocean itself when the way it, like these fan things, I don't know, they look weird. You have to look at them. They go under the water. Right, right. Well, like fan blades, they go underneath the water, and then the water's current deep below them is pushing against it when they're anchored down. So they anchor themselves down, and they let the water, the current, push their blades, gives them more power, and they go again. Right. That's they do that with these little hexagon shaped thing platforms. A whole bunch of them mixed together, and the more you have, the more the center is stable. Will land on top of water. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. The more the merrier. Well, it won't move as much as long as you have a lot. If you have a lot, it won't move as much. The edges will move a lot, but the middle will it'll dissipate. The waves. Yeah. Yep. Flat as hell. Nothing will be happening to it. Yeah, you talking about the ring solution. Yeah, it's a cool solution. Makes underwater is different above. Right. Right. That's the reason why the tanks are above. Look, the oxygen tanks, the air tanks that hold them afloat and make the submarine stay where it's at. Submarines don't flip, homie. They don't flip. The air will prevent them from doing that. They got air. Yeah, yeah. They already built it. You're too late. They got air into the side of it that stops them doing it. The air that's on the top of the hull prevents it from flipping the other way because the air always wants to go up, right? Go upright. So if you put the air at the bottom of the hull, it'll make the submarine flip back over to where the air wants to float up. So they always keep it above the hull. They always do that. It's weird, but they always do. It does. Oh, you mean a whole thing? Yeah, see, that would be, yeah, you could do that, but why? It'd make a lot of noise. I mean, I guess you could say that, but the noise alone, the reason why they built a special sub like the one we got now, the one where you can't hear it, and that's the reason why Australia's wanting to buy our subs and not buy the subs that they're getting from France because they suck dick and they're too loud. They're like really loud, man. They're loud ass subs. Oh yeah, we got subs that do that. Right, and it is a city underwater. A submarine, if you look at a U.S. submarine, it's got a McDonald's inside and all sorts of crazy shit. They're big now. They're huge subs. Huge, dude, they're huge. They're called nuclear subs. They don't have to come on the surface for 6 months. That's fucked up, huh? Can you imagine that? You don't have to come up on the surface for 6 months. They do. Yeah, it's real. It's a real thing. I promise you. I'm not lying to you. It's 100%. It's in the back of the sub where the engines and stuff is, and it's encased. Don't get me wrong. It's like they don't tell you what it looks like. It's military secret, obviously. But right, right, and but there's no onboard radiation. They actually, the sailors on board said, there's it's fine. They do have radon detectors in case there is a leak or something like that happens. They do have these little detectors on board. I mean, it's logical, but you want to see. You still want to see out there. And if your whole outside, and you still want to shoot missiles, but if your whole outside spins, it's going to be a little difficult to engineer around, and more moving parts means more problems. Remember that. More moving parts means more problems. So right, still, right. We'll still say it's livable. We'll say it's a science vessel, right? More moving parts, more problems. The whole hull moves. You're gonna have a lot of problems. Something gets underneath it. The whole hull gets stuck. It's a lot more surface tension too, on top of it, which is weird. Why you would say you'd go a lot faster because water underwater is all about surface tension. So the least amount of surface tension, better. Right. That's why a submarine's shaped like a bullet, and that's the reason why this propellant is in its rear, not in its body. If its body moves, it makes more surface tension. You want as least amount of surface tension as you possibly can get. Even the blades themselves cause it to slow down. That's the reason why they don't make blades anymore like that. They make these special ones. You see subs now, they're fucking weird, but they make these special ones where the blades don't make no noise and you can't, because the subs hear each other. That's how they find each other in the water. They sonar each other and try to hear people. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool, like it's some Star Wars type shit. Don't get me wrong. A little cool Star Wars type shit, but in reality, that would not where it would really be feasible. It takes a lot of energy. Look, you know how much energy it takes to move a big ass tire? Okay, put it this way. The reason why bullshit. More surface tension, more bullshit. Oh, now we got to face towards the moving way. No, see, that's not. See, that's still what I'm saying. Like you're doing it, all this extra when the one that we got already works a hell of a lot better. But what I'm saying is like, that doesn't work very well. Okay, dolphins. See how fast dolphins go? Do you see dolphins moving their whole goddamn body? No, this is one tail, and their flippers go off to the side, and they point like a bullet. Oh, you're talking about like, okay, what spins its body? See that shit? Yeah, right. And how much energy does this thing use? Look, all I'm saying is a dolphin is one of the most efficient swimmers. They swim very far distances, and the way they move their body is usually tail. Okay, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Like, what you're saying is causes a lot. Okay, Scott, next time you have a tire and you have a puddle, spin a little tire in the puddle. That's gonna go pretty fast. Then take a big tire, not a puddle. You don't need like a. You're gonna have to be out in like a lake, and it's gonna the more surface tension, the harder it is for the engine to work, dude. Your engine's gotta work double the amount. Why do you think your blades on your little propeller on your boat is small? Why do you think you ain't got giant fucking blades? You ever wondered that? You ever wondered why they'll use more than right? You ever wondered why they use more than one blade, tiny blade? They'll use like 6 of them underneath a boat, but they won't use one big one. You ever wondered that, huh? Yeah, I can tell you why. Because you're right. Right, it's a lot in the water. Yeah. Well, just no. Well, that ain't necessarily true. You can be big and move fast. Well, you can be big and move fast. Whales do a pretty good job at that. Dude, in the water, that's pretty good. Right. In the water, and you're bigger than a bus? Come on, give them a break. But they use their big ass back tail as propellant to push them forward because it's the easiest way to go through water. Anything else moving and it fucks them up. When they open their mouths, it slows them down. Yeah, octopuses do it in such a weird way, but at the same time, they're using a lot of energy at that quick moment. Okay, like a cheetah. A cheetah can run fast. Right, right, right. But energy, we gotta worry about energy though. Energy, like it is a nuclear submarine. We can't put out some energy. Don't get me wrong. That is something that's nice about our nuclear submarine. But then moving parts, a lot of moving parts. That's, I mean, we still have a lot of energy. Remember, nuclear energy is pretty good. Mm. But still, big. I say if you want to move faster in water, you create a sonic bubble around your vessel underwater. That way, no. There's a force field that we kind of make when we go with sonic boom speed. You ever notice that? Sonic Boom, when you go Sonic Boom, you have a force field around you of air, a cushion of pressure. Yeah, but you get it, right? Okay, is that all right? I'll agree with you there. This is not a force field. Okay, but at the same time, it does escape air. Well, now, doing that underwater, imagine you can make an air pocket and then fly through the water at the speed you would above water. You thought about that? You're like, that's a good idea. I know, right? Right. I say saucer shape. Oh, you mean a stingray? That's actually a good idea too. Stingrays are pretty quick, but I wouldn't say they're quick. Swordfish is probably the quickest. I think swordfish are pretty good. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know what the fastest animal in the water is, but I think a swordfish is up there, pretty freaking fast. Honestly, I think. Well, when I was watching this ocean show, the show about Earth Two, it's very good, by the way. I'd be honest with you, it's one of the best fucking shows I ever watched for animal shows. So fucking raw. But there was a race to get to this food, the tuna, and the swordfish. I think they won, and they were farther away, and they won. It was giant whales, and they all worked together to get their food too. Even the swordfish worked together with the dolphins. The dolphins will grab the tuna, right, and the swordfish will poke through them, and the dolphinfish will let it go, and the swordfish will keep doing that until he layers it up, and then the dolphins come by and grab it one by one. I shit you not. Like it's so they work together so well. They all get a piece of food, and they all work together very well. It's pretty dope. It's actually quite heartwarming. Well, no, well, those animals aren't all vicious. Those are pretty good animals. They can be, but they're not known for it. They're not like sharks. No, they can be. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody has a bad day. Like a nun could have a bad day and be vicious, dude. We're not gonna sit here and be like, blame every dolphin for some vicious dolphins, Like just because a girl had a period, the dolphin smelt it and attacked her and almost raped her, doesn't mean that all dolphins do that. Even though it has been a concentrated amount of dolphins that have done that. But besides the point, which is not. I mean, that's true. It's actually a real thing. They tell you if you're on your period, don't even go near the fucking dolphins. If you think you're ovulating, either at period, they say the male dolphins will rape your ass and the female dolphins will attack you because they rape. Some dolphins rape, man. I'm not even lying to you. Some dolphins rape each other. They have a rape fest. Right? They can be pretty hostile when it comes to being horny. But and other than that, they're pretty decent actually. They say so many. I don't know how many sailors have tales of dolphins saving their lives. It's unbelievable. Like there's so many people that have shipwrecks and shit. Like, dude, a dolphin grabbed me up and like swim me ashore. And like there's been a lot of accounts of that, like a lot, like more than you can actually ever say any dolphins ever hurt somebody. There's been more accounts of actually sailors saying the dolphin saved their life, and that's no joke either. We came from the sea. We wanted to land. Right. We liked it. It's the best place to hold ground. I mean, we do. They're trying to put a goddamn ring in the sky. I mean, a giant fucking. Right. There's lots of stuff. You think that's easy? I think it's more efficient to build from the ground up to make a city in the sky. It'd be a pain in the ass too getting back at home from work and wherever you need to go. You would literally have some kind of elevator to take you up, or you had to wait for your shit to get. It would literally be cost efficient not to do it, but you can build, a skyscraper and you have elevator go up, and you can make a city up from the skyscraper. Say if we build materials that are, you can. I mean, there is science, but you can't do. Okay, like you're over here trying to say, well, let's take the sun and play baseball with it. Let's just play. Because there's no real reason to take the sun and build a big giant baseball and play baseball with the sun. That's the reason why. There's no real reason why anybody would want to do that. You're like, let's eat food with our butt cheeks. Nobody wants to do it. Yeah, it's science fiction. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but nobody wants to do it because there's no real reason to do it. It'd be really fucking pain in the ass climbing a ladder to your balloon every fucking day. It would be a pain in the ass to have to do a lot of shit. Like, you got to think about that. Well, you would make sure you would have to bring your shit back up there, which would be expensive, which you want to save the planet. Well, there's no food in the sky. If you did it in the ocean, it'd be better. But there's not much. Right, right. And then you got more shit you have to bring up there and more shit to bring your deck down. You still have to exchange your dirt. Your dirt will get bad and infertile for a while. It happens. Ecosystem? Right. You got to make an ecosystem. Right. You say that. You say that, right? It's funny that everybody keeps saying this, but there's yet to be a place on Earth where they've actually done this successfully. Okay. Yeah, I know, and he did all these special tricks and sort of look again. Okay, you're right. He did that, but guess what he did? He introduced other stuff into his stuff. What I'm telling you, bullshit, nigga. He had all sorts of things he put in that shit. He diversified. You're telling me he grew just one thing after that? He still had to grab a bunch. Okay, you're still telling me the same thing I'm telling you. He still had to get shit from the bottom. He still had to get shit. Eventually, you're still going to have to get some shit. Because you're going to be like, oh, well, we ain't got enough shit here, and we're just recycling the same old shit. We need to bring in more stuff to our plants. And more. You're still going to go to the surface. No matter what, you're going to have to go to the surface. Look, right, building stuff. Right, building materials. Mining. The stuff, right? Okay, now you're going impossible. I'm not trying, for the sake of arguing, right? Dude, you still have to gather shit from the surface to make your little place up there. And if things go wrong, you still have to go back to the surface. You're not going to be mining metal in the sky. You see what I'm saying? You're still, no matter what you're saying to me, no matter what you're trying to tell me, you still have to go to the surface. Now, in the ocean, not so much. You can mine in the ocean. You can do a lot in the ocean. That's true. You can fish. Oh, man, I ain't going to argue with that. Maintaining, fuck building, maintaining, my nigga, maintaining everything, almost every day. Energy, what you gonna get energy from? What you gonna be in breathing that? Dude, you're gonna have all that stuff's gonna need something. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna be floating up there without something from the surface. I'm just saying, like, there's no way. Like on the ocean, I agree with you. Right? Fuck yeah. But the ocean, though, you wouldn't. The ocean, you can, if you were then down there, well, you could still probably mine, smelt metal down there, and still live in the other. Right. And that's a possibility. You could, right. 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 That's what I'm saying. That would be about, but up in the sky, not so much. I'm just saying, you're always going to be tethered to the ground still, no matter what. It's neat, it's cool. And when one day when we get the free energy that we get and everything can just be built without having to worry about, bullshit like that. There's just robots coming back and forth, helping fix shit and all that. Then it'll be Not the only place you could do this in is Jupiter. I mean, Venus. No, Venus. Yeah, our sister planet. Venus has enough minerals, literally in its atmosphere, to build set your sky, to live in the surface, to gather water. As long as you had the right equipment first, so you can gather this stuff up, and then you have the said stuff to rebuild your equipment and maintain yourself, self-maintaining. Once you do that, you can live on Venus indefinitely in the surface until you ate up the clouds. You quite literally ate the clouds into your civilization. And then you get it'll start cooling down. The more it cools down, the more pressure goes different from you eating it up. So our civilization would be a good thing. You know how we say we're a plague? This being a plague on Venus would save it. It would bring Venus alive. It would have oceans again. We do. We do. We do have one. We do. We have one. Yeah, we have one. You can make products out of it. It gathers it out of the air, and then you can make products out of it, like clothes and fucking and forks and spoons and shit, dude. I'm not even fucking with you. Think I'm playing about this? It's real. Nobody wants to pay for it. Oh no, no. Well, C2 won't. It's not dense enough to. Well, that's the thing. Like some of those gases that we use, like helium and all that other stuff. Hot air gas is what we use. So you just use hot air. Hot air will float you up. So really all you heat surrounding area. That's it. That's all you need. And forever, and you'll be fine. But it has to be not as heavy as what you're trying to carry it. So if you got like giant balloons in the sky, right? You see how much big the balloons have to be for carrying just 4 people, right? And those little baskets. Yeah, that's the amount you would need. That could work, but your balloons would be fucking massive. Fucking. But if you lived on Venus, they'd only be the size of a car. That's what I'm saying. I'd say if you want science fiction, I want Venus. Why we don't want live in Venus' sky and then eat up all that gas, use it for our empire or whatever, and then in like 1,000 years, Venus will be habitable like Earth, looking beautiful as fuck, like an oasis. And then our cities from the sky can land on the ground and it'd be built right off bat. It'd be all ready to go. And then we go to the next planet and pull that shit off or something like that. Oh, take all the gas we got from Venus and take it to Mars. We'd save Mars and Venus in the process. That is the true fact, by the way. That is no joke. If we did that, this is real talk. If we could somehow take from one planet and give to another, it would actually cure both planets. Because one is choked with CO2 and gases in the atmosphere because of overheating, right? And then the other one is lack thereof. Like, that's the only. I'm for real. If you did them and switched them out, them planets would both be green, luscious plant. Some fucking cool. Look, what would be cool about Mars is all the plant life would be red. Think about that. Going to Mars and all the plant life is red, pink, orangish, purples, weird ass colors because it has to absorb the sun. Black leaves with black veins and shit because it has to absorb the sun, and so they'll turn a special color. We've already proven this, by the way. You want to turn the moon? You want to turn the moon into a place to live? That's fucking hard. Oh. Oh no, tightly locked. They're tightly locked. Tidal lock. Our moon's tidal locked. Our moon's faces our same side no matter what. You cannot see the other side of it. All of them are. Some moons spin, yeah, it's true, but it's because of, well, some do. Some are tidal locked too. A lot of them are actually tidal locked. The reason why we're tidal locked, our moon is big as us almost. That's why. Our moon is almost as big as us. It's 25% of the Earth. It's huge. Nobody else has that either. Nobody else in the solar system has a moon that's 25% its size. I know that's weird too, by the way. You should be thinking about that. Like, why is that? Yes, a little bit more, but yeah, give or take. But yes, it's big compared to us. No other planet has that. Name one planet in our solar system besides us that has a moon that big. None. So that's the reason why we're kind of tightly locked. Cause kind of in a way, if it was a nice portion like ours is. Ours is like it's like less than 30%. No, it's too big. Yeah, well, if you were in the right orbit, it wouldn't because there is moons the size of Earth in Jupiter. By the way, yes, there is. I'm not bullshitting. Jupiter's got its own solar system, my nigga. Like if you looked at if Jupiter was turned into a sun right now, somebody turned into a sun, it would have its own solar system with planets just the size of ours. Like the Titan is like what 75% the size of Earth. Dude, Titan is almost as big as Earth. Almost. Jupiter's fucking huge. Jupiter's circle, right? The circle of Jupiter can swallow 50 of Earths. That little circle that you see, it can swallow 50 Earths. It's fucking huge, man. Yeah, it's fucking huge. It's gigantic. So, like, a lot of the moons are spinning because it's spinning at a weird rate. It's mostly tidal locked too, which is weird too. Like, you're thinking some shit like, why do planets act like that? It's kind of true, but they show you how they act like that in this thing. But still, it is a very big mystery how we are just right. Yeah, that moves not straight. Actually, we move at a pendulum. Right. Right. And where Jupiter's laying at because it helps defend us from asteroid attacks. Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? You know, we believe they did because the solar system's been active for like um, I think it's been like almost a trillion years. It's like 99 billion years the solar system's been active. So we believe at one time, because that's been a lot. That's a lot of years, man. That's a long time. There was planets. Really? Well, there has been. Right, right. And actually, there is evidence on Mars. This is the reason why they're so interested in Mars. There is very strong evidence that there was rivers and lakes for sure. We look at we've sent rovers down there, check the sediment, and there. See, it's been so long. It's been so long since it hasn't had water that when you check the sediment, it kind of resembles clay and what clay used to be. But we don't know what happens to clay in said 1 million years. We don't know what happens to that shit. We don't know what happens when shit gets dried up. Does it just turn back into rock? And sure the fuck enough, it does. Things dry up. Things get rocky again, and shit looks like it used to before anything ever set foot on it. Before life even set foot on it. That's how long it's been. It did used to, and that's the reason why we think it died. It used to have lots of volcanic activity. Actually, it has the biggest volcano in the solar system is on Mars. Shit you not. It used to be the biggest volcano in the solar system, and it's on Mars. It's huge as fuck, dude. They call it Mount Olympus because it's so fucking big. They literally call it Mount Olympus. But it died. Right. There should have been life, right? Right. That's what happened. Right? No big ass moon to spin around it to help that that shit in the center to move. Yep, and it just I guess it lost its core. We say there's no core now. We look at there and for some reason when we magnetically test Mars, there's no magnetic core whatsoever churning. And if it is, it's solidified almost to nothing. It's really bad. And that's why there's no volcanic activity on Mars. But that being said, it's just the right amount of feet away from the sun to where the sun's magnetic shit doesn't cause a big problem on the planet. So your rovers and your technology can still exist, which is crazy, by the way. So that's the reason why I think they like Mars so much, because they're like, yeah, our stuff still works there, and that's the reason why they like it. Right. It used the fucking oceans as propellant. Is what I think they did. They the actual volcanoes within the Earth. Oh, I don't. Oh, that's weird. Whatever, we'll let them get that one. They can have that one. Fuck it. Well, ocean water has hydrogen and oxygen in it, which are both very flammable in space, and I'm surprised they didn't use that. Okay, I mean it's fine. Oh, or a moon we don't use? Yes, sir. They talk about it. Mars has a little moon. It's tiny. It's not that big. It's like 10% of our moon, if that, maybe 5%. Really tiny moon. It looks like a little shaped rock, right? They're talking about putting a bunch of vessels on there and hooking it up and then putting a fuel center and then building a place inside of it and shit like that in the core and yeah, yeah, yep, and then sending it to the farther reaches of all around. Yeah, they just said, look, you're not gonna believe this. They just figured out how to make a material that can handle the sun's surface. You're not gonna believe me, but it's true. They sent a motherfucking probe to the sun and its coronosphere and hung out in the coronosphere for 6 years. I'm not even playing with you, homie. I thought this was bullshit when I first seen it. I looked it up. It's a true story. They've made a device that was hanging out in the coronosphere for 6 years. This thing did not burn up. Now you know what that means. That's what I said. That's what I said. Right. That's what I said. I'm like, there's no way. I was confused and puzzled. I was like, if they can make something like that, what the fuck else can they make? I mean, no, I don't understand. I didn't understand it either, dude. I was like, nope, that's real. That's fake. That's fake. They ain't real. They ain't real. That's what I kept saying. It was real, 100%. NASA built it. It was real. It can handle the sun's surface. For the corona, like, it was okay. Say how close they were to the sun. It would take 2 Earths away from the sun. Like, if you wanted to touch the sun's surface, it was 2 Earths away from that. That's it. That's pretty to the sun, which can swallow a billion trillion Earths, right? A trillion Earths, that's how big the sun is. It can swallow a trillion Earths, not even blinking an eye, right? It's so fucking huge. It was that close, only 2 Earths, lunar Earth space away. Fucking crazy. It was so close to the sun, you would shit yourself. It was that fucking close, dude. It was just insanely close. Yeah, you don't know. I know. I said, I was like, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No, it's real. Right. Because look, they built the onboard computer system to like, there's shielding, right? And they were hoping on the coldness of space to protect their stuff. They were right, dude. There's no atmosphere in space, right? So there's no way to hold in the heat. So what they were hoping on, this little shield thing that they got would, shield them from the sun, and while the rest of it's being cooled from the vacuum of space. And sure the fuck enough, it was working. And they're using like a system where they were cooling off the panels with the coolness of space from behind it, so they can go in front of it. Dude, it's amazing technology. Whoever did it, bravo, good job. I am like so amazed by that. And look, this is the fucked up part. Before they didn't, there's no need to bring it back because it sent all the information here. So after a 6-year journey, they're gonna plunge it to the sun and see how much it can take. They're gonna box it up. It boxes itself up, right? It turns to a box, and they're gonna eject it into the sun and see how deep they can go. Oh, I can't wait for that day. I cannot wait. They're so interested in the sun right now. They're saying that The sun is teaching them a lot, and they've almost figured out a way to turn the sun into a giant telescope, my nigga, that can see across the end of the universe. And they're not even lying about this. They're like, they know it's real and they know it can work. So they've already tested it out on Earth. They tested the same theory out on Earth, and the supercomputer AI helped them piece it all together, and it fucking worked. They got to see a black hole in the center of our fucking universe with all the stuff on Earth that we had. It turned the Earth into a giant telescope, is what it did. And then the Earth, magnetic sphere, and all that, and the telescopes they were using helped see and peer into the middle of our galaxy, into our supermassive black hole. This is a real thing, and they really did it, and it happened. And now they're so proud of it, they can't believe it worked. So now the next step is, guess what? Turn the sun into one. And so that's what they're doing. They're going to turn the sun into a giant one. Instead, they can use our sun. They could peer into the other end of the universe, to stars that were over when the beginning of the Big Bang happened. No, past. You'll see that that's what they want. You're right. They're going to see the beginning of the Big Bang. That's what they want. They want to see the beginning of the Big Bang, wherever they came from. It's crazy. Dude, it's nice. Is that dope? You'll be able to see on planet surface. Look, you know how we have telescope, satellites in the sky that can see Google Earth and shit? You'll be able to Google Earth, another planet. Yeah, there's no insulator. Mostly, yep. Yep. Yep, mostly. Because space has still got a temperature. The lights are still on, that's how. What, you don't like that answer? It's a really legit answer. You look in the sky, you see a bunch of bright lights. I'm pretty sure it's cooking shit up. Keeping it a little warm. I mean, it does get pretty cold. And we call it absolute zero. Right, it's called... Right, because the universe's background radiation is still there. But the more it expands, which it has done, the more it cools off. Which we already know that's been happening for years and years and years. It just cools off really, really, really slowly because it takes a long time to expand. But the more it expands, the more the room gets bigger, the harder it is for the heaters, which are the suns and all the black holes and everything that causes heat in the universe, which is a lot of things, by the way. Everything that causes heat in the universe, the heat, can't keep up with it. And then eventually it gets colder and colder, which it has been doing. And it'll get colder and colder and colder and colder until the lights go out. Once the lights go, which would be like what do they call them? There's something suns, just special little tiny stars. The best stars we'll ever have in our life. They're very tiny stars, and we want to live next to one really bad because we think that it'd be the perfect place for humanity. No, blue stars are the biggest. Blue stars are the big. Dude, if you ever see a blue star, a real blue star, those things are fucking massive. They're the size of galaxies. They're so fucking big. I'm not even dude, you think I'm playing with you? A blue star is the size of a galaxy. It can turn blue, yes. Yep, if it's big enough. Yeah. Supernova. Ours might not. Ours is to turn to an orange giant, and then it'll dissipate, and it'll get smaller and turn to a pulsar star. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Some of them will smother out, some will turn to pulsars, but some, you're right, will just smother out. They'll just like turn into skeletons and won't give out their precious resources. That's bogus, and we hate that. We really do. You don't want a star to do that. You want a star to blow up because it separates its resources. That's what makes life in the universe. Is all those, right? Right, it bangs. Yeah, we need that. And then if it doesn't happen, it's really sad because that means the universe will cut out a lot faster than we thought it would. if there's a lot of stars doing that. And that's the fucked up part. We've noticed that a lot of stars have went out with a whimper more than a bang. We believe that there's more skeleton stars out there than there is actual black holes and pulsars and all that combined. Because they just died out, whimpered away. It takes a long time for them to whimper away. The smaller the star, the longer it takes for them to die. Matter of fact, a star, I can't remember the name of it, a brown dwarf. A brown dwarf will last until the end of the universe, probably. It'll probably keep lasting until the end of it. That's why we like them so much. We're trying to find a brown dwarf star to live next to. That's what we're hopeful for. We're looking for planets that live next to a brown dwarf star so we can live next to it. Because oh, there's lots, but we don't know there's no planets. Right. And guess what? Since the sun is so tiny, comparison to the planet that we'll be living on, it'll be tidal locked like our fucking stupid moon will be. So one half of it will be perpetual darkness. Yeah. Exactly. Well, it won't be lit up because these stars are very dim. It will look like a evil planet. It will look very scary to you. It'll be a red ring in the sky. No, where you can see and live, actually, and plant life could grow. It's true. It's true, because there's still a lot of UV light coming off it. Always. Yes, always. It's very creepy looking. Because I watched the show. Yes. Oh, yeah. Really cold. But it depends. Because one side could be super hot, and the other side could be just warm enough to where it just depends on where it's at, honestly. To be honest with you, kind of depends. Because you could probably never see the sun at all because you live on the other side of the planet, which is warm because of the other side burning up. Twin star system? They want to. We're going to one. One of the first, the closest star systems to us is a twin star system. One of the closest ones. I mean, I don't think that matters. I mean, absolutely, but yeah, twin star systems are actually quite stable star systems, and there's more. It's more eligible for there to be more than one actual vital planet on a twin star system than there would be, and more resources. Well, they believe it'd be a lot of resources in twin stars. A lot. Well, it grew 3 stars from the old star that blew up. So whatever material's left has got to be a lot of gold. Lots of this, lots of that. Unless you can figure out a way to make sure no the last thing hits it. Because you could be, if you found something that was powerful enough to protect you from the elements, you could be in a fucking rubber bubble. Why would you give a fuck? What are you doing, man? Right. Because, yeah, if you had a force field that actually worked pretty well, you wouldn't give a fuck what you were in. You were like, shit, I could be in a fucking rubber bubble, you know? Like, it's powerful enough, it's got me, you know?
Troubling biometric reading? I felt I should call. Is everything in order?
Dealing with a temporary nuisance. Nothing you should worry about.
Just think back to our last session. The neuromotor relaxation exercises 3 times a day, they'll soothe and lift your spirit. I know this.
Sure, okay.
All right.
See you later.
Well, I mean, like a shield or something, over the front of it. I get it. King size.
No designated landing site has been detected at the destination.
Find a spot close to the bar, as close as you can. Fuck procedures.
Initiating landing sequence based on new parameters.
Right? Hey, when you play the rich people on here, you get money right away.
We have arrived at your destination.
On this game.
Fuck's your problem, Psycho Suit? This look like a landing pad to you? Could have fucking crushed us.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
Yeah, and you whip ass right away too. This bitch ain't no joke.
Leave me alone.
I did. And it's actually funny because these motherfuckers are punks. I can't punch you.
Leave me alone.
I'm not gonna leave you alone. What's your name? Lucic? Fisher? Flesher? Fisher? I'll be to your house to kill your families. See you later.
Seems trouble once in. You expecting something?
Bitch, it looks like your vagina's fake. Shut the fuck up. Alright, sorry.
Keep an eye on the AV for me, will ya?
I don't get paid to do that.
I wasn't asking. And not a scratch on it when I get back.
Welcome to Lizzie's.
Classic pussy. Right. I mean, it looks still pretty good. Yeah. Here's and there's, I see a little bit of course, I don't know. If you're on inside, this shit's working great.
Come here often, do you? It's good to see you, Chica. Now sit down and tell me what's got your shorts in a knot.
It's good to see you too, Jack. How you been?
I got sparks flying between the Valentino boys and Maelstrom. Eddie's there for the taking, as long as you don't get flatlined. Yeah, I know how it is. Can't complain, but we ain't here to shoot the shit about me. Let me hear about this problem of yours.
Jackie, before I start, this stays between us.
Por supuesto.
Serious. This thing, it could ruin me.
So could I. You do realize who you're talking to, right? The guy who's done this before. Remember what happened in Mexico, at the border?
Oh.
Peep one word.
I know. You saved my ass. If word about the cartels had gotten out...
But it didn't. And this won't either. That's why you came to see dear old Jackie.
Yeah, I did.
Data shard. Take it. What do you think?
Won't come cheap. It'll have to be done on the sly. No trail. Hard eddies only.
Got the money.
Full crew job for sure. Techie, maybe two. A runner with a gold-plated brain. And a driver with wheels from hell. Not to mention, a solo.
Mm-hmm. The piece I'm missing.
That what you need from me? My trigger finger to zero this lady?
Thought I could always count on you, Jack.
You know me. I'm not all sunshine and rainbows, but this job ain't my style. Actually, I didn't think it was yours either.
You know how Arasaka operates. Or... okay, maybe you don't. This isn't a professional request I can refuse.
But I can.
I think we let them know
And I
that,
am.
see? Bullshit.
And you should too. Now, what do you say we liquor up and talk life? Gracias, mamita. Double tequila with grenadine and lime. Nothing better for drowning nerves.
To this.
Was that a toast? What the hell does that even mean?
Alright.
You raise a glass to your mama, your hermana. To the mamacita you'll meet at the bar. But this doesn't say a damn thing. To this. This job and all the rest of that corpo bullshit. You know what it is? Un pacto con el diablo. Been saying it all along. Sold your soul to those Arasaka fuckers. Today, they got you to zero somebody. Tomorrow, they'll get somebody else to zero you.
Think I have a choice?
Alright.
If I refuse, they take everything and leave me nothing.
Okay, the
Well,
story's
let
no
'em.
different.
They'll also take the fist they got gripping your balls. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty picky about who I let touch my balls. And Saburo and his matones, oh, they definitely do not make the cut.
Maybe someday. But for now, I'm still well within their reach.
You'll always be within reach. Always Hey, you lost? Got a problem?
V, is that right?
Did Jenkins send you? Don't believe I know you.
You don't, but we know you very well. Jenkins assigned you a task today. You'll share all the details with us.
No, don't believe I will. That's
Right.
between me and Jenkins.
Fuck. How you feeling? Pretty sharp dive, huh?
Your access to company networks is hereby revoked. In 2 minutes, any company cybernetics in your possession will cease functioning. Give us the data you received from Jenkins. This will conclude termination procedures.
How the hell did you find out?
That is not your concern. The data, now.
You gotta kill me, man. Oh man, giving that shit. This story is way different when you play it this way. Way different.
I'm waiting.
I see that. Well, it's way different. It's a little better now that it's on the system.
The data, immediately.
Here's and there's. Right. Little here's and there's. I ain't saying it's bad. I like it. It's a fucking game. Yeah, cars were pretty. Right.
I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, okay. And 1800 time everything. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's fucked up with the game. They should just wait until the PlayStation 5 came out. Plain and simple. This guy's supposed to be my friend next to me, and he ain't gonna fucking help me.
The data from Jenkins. I'm waiting.
I'm like, alright. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. That is exactly what you just described the situation. Like I'm just staring at this over here. You gonna help, buddy? You gonna help me? You gonna grab that shard and like run off or something? Fuck no. And I'm supposed to trust you over here? Fuck everybody. Okay. Yeah. At least the frames run pretty well on here.
The data, immediately.
You ain't getting shit. Eat a dick, motherfucker. Me too. Oh, that's lame. Oh, I'm going from rich to poor, bitch. That's what I'm doing. I'm going rich to poor. Fuck that. Not poor to rich. You never, I've already did the middle class thing. It was straight. Whatever the fuck it was, gangster street guy. That was too normal for me. That was something I like, can just normally can do with no problem. And then this rich one's a little different. They're acting completely different with me, and I don't like it. They even asking like shady ass questions and treating me like, I guess like I'm a dollar and not a person. You know what I mean? Like, you know how people used to hang out with you just because you had weed? That feeling. Right. I swear to God. I gotta go to John's tomorrow or next day, one of the days, and play board games all night. That's what he wants to do. I got this board game called something. It's really confusing, but it's a board game made for adults, pretty much. It's like really fucking hard. It's like a video game made for the real world. It's fucked up, but it's pretty good. One of us are spies. I mean, one of us is a bad guy working for the evil, and the other ones are regular. But we gotta do different tasks, and it's crazy. Yes, but in a more stuff. Yeah, it's more stuff. It's way more stuff. It's like Clue, but way more stuff. Like Clue and Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. There we go. Because you got like life points. You got speed. You got all this stuff that you get during the game, and then you got hit tokens, guns, and weapons you can pick up. And it's crazy. And each room, there's like 100 rooms. Man, dude, you need a giant table for this. The rooms just keep getting added. So it just adds to the house grows itself, and you have to go throughout these rooms. There's upstairs, downstairs, and the basement. Middle floor, upstairs, downstairs, basement. Yeah. You have to have a giant table to play this. It's fucking insane. That's huge.
The data, immediately.
I'm not giving you no data.
How the hell did you find out?
That is not your concern. The data, now.
Okay, I thought PlayStation's fixed is.
The data from Jenkins. I'm waiting.
No. Right. Like, they're making me give this up. This is stupid. I'm not giving you the show. In real life. And your pants are bogus. What's wrong with your pants? Why do they look like they were built by bricks? I don't know. I was in one. I just got in one. I'm in one. Yeah, when you're rich, you get in one right away. I'm just to let you know.
The data from Jenkins. I'm waiting.
Now it is self-driving. Right. They are flying. But they're self-driving, and I don't know if you get a flying car later that you can actually fly yourself, but it does fly throughout the air, and it does look cool, but it's a limo right now. It is still pretty cool. I don't care. I got to fly in a flying car. Have you flown a flying car? Alright, here's a Shark-Do ticket.
Information's on the shard.
Smart choice.
Ooh. For your help?
We done?
With the formalities? Yes. But I think Abernathy would gladly up our fee for ridding her of a piece of rot like you. Stand up. You're coming with us. Come on, move it.
Spirit. I think you fellows might have forgotten just how far from home you are.
There's my boy.
Not sure this barrio's your style, let alone a healthy option. Queda claro.
Is that a threat?
Well, you start shooting, maybe we join in, huh? Before you know it, somebody might die today.
We have what we came for. It'll do for now.
Hey, still got my money, man. Alright.
Ooh, dodged one there. Hijo de la chingada. V, how you feel? You alright?
I can't breathe.
Need help?
No. It's just... withdrawal syndrome. Sort of. Think they cut off my hormone regulators. Biomon and sat analysis system. Body's got to adjust.
Hey. Should I get you to a Ripper? Or, I guess, maybe trauma team's on its way.
TT policy's gone, Jack. So are my biochem controllers. Company pad. I mean, they have seized. My bank account not frozen, seized.
Jesus, these fuckers move fast. You sure you feel okay, though? I mean...
Give me a minute. Get my shit together. That'd be that, Jack. Just lost control of my life. Completely.
I'd say you got it back. You couldn't say no to them. So they said it to you. This is a turn for the better. You'll see. Besides, you haven't lost everything.
About to say I still have a friend. That's sweet.
No, dumbass. You still got that wad for the hit job, don't you? Probably some fat-ass chunk of cha-ching. Just right for a new start. That's right, chica. Buckle up. Hey, you hearing all right? Don't look so hot. V! V! Hey, hermana. Your new life. It starts now.
This bitch is fucked though. They've been giving her fucking feel good feelings in her brain for a while. Now they took her out of it.
Hello there,
Fucked up.
Night City! Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. Every new day here means 100 new arrivals, but only half these gonks will survive a year, and that's if it's a good one. And why do these peeps come to NC? Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a major league player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first. NC's legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Matters not where you're from. Matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk. In Night City. The city of dreams.
Chick we're looking for is somewhere in this building. Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to, brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Let's begin with basic combat training. This session will be recorded for subsequent evaluation. This course is designed to reinforce your fundamental combat abilities and hone your reflexes. The skills you gain here will help you survive, even excel on the battlefield. I will train you to be effective with firearms, to use stealth tactics to your advantage, and to hack into enemy networks. Because App Militech...
Man, Militech can't encrypt for shit. But they clearly got drill and jarheads in their blood. Now, Station 1, you maggot! Move, move, move! Hope you're ready to bust ass through this fascist... Let's blast through a tactical target practice program. You know, a little warm-up. Yeah, I didn't think you'd find that too tough. What do you say we crank it up a notch? Not bad. But it's more realistic if the target... Quit standing around and take cover! You took a hit. Use a reanimator to patch yourself up. Head to the training area when you're good to go. Sightseeing? Oh, look. Brought some chooms with him this time. You know what to do, V.
Really ask. Okay.
Framework, V. Stand on the platform and we'll move on. Hacking's the next item on the menu. Might notice I tweaked the course material a bit.
What? Sounds disgusting, so. Well, the 7 C's here.
This training module will teach you how to work a little hack magic on the screen to distract the guard. Corpo trash. Style over substance. Good. Come on, you got this. Work a little hack magic on the screen to distract the guard. Corpo trash. Style over substance. Good. Now take him out quietly. All right, all yours. Take him out. Never smart to leave behind any trace of your handiwork. Especially the dead kind. Now pick up the body and hide it somewhere. Okay. Now, try to take him down in one slick move. Think you're ready to try hacking some gonks in real time? Have fun! Now, detonate the grenade. See? Just needed to shut your brain down and follow orders. In true Militech fashion. On a decent run. Got additional modules if you want to hone any other skills. Or you finish up, Delta out now. But remember, the street's not gonna give you any hints or second chances.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we doing this?
I mean, there's not enough water to cover up all the land, but yeah. Alright. Alright.